Change of heart, yeah. Guess you had a change of heart, yeah. Tear apart, we always went just way too far. Now you far away, cause you always had to charge. We gon' paper chase, but we gon' think about the past, yeah. Guess you had a change of heart.
Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dan, back again with another video. Thank you to all the new subscribers. There's a lot of you. I appreciate it. Obviously, we're pushing for that 1,000 subscriber mark currently. As I mentioned in the previous video, I don't want to make this just about cars, this channel. I want to make it about football, vlogs, lifestyle, all sorts. And as you can see, if you didn't know already, I am a big Arsenal supporter. Been watching Arsenal since 1996. I'll let you work out my age. But yeah, man, been watching Arsenal pretty much most of my life. As you can see, one of my actual shirts right here from when I was a kid. Mark Overmars on the back. The yellow Sega kit, the Dreamcast era, you know, the glory days. So yeah, that will let you know how long I've been supporting Arsenal. So this is the 99 to 2001 Arsenal away kit from Nike. This was the Sega design, the Dreamcast Sega era. So, you know, we go way back. So yeah, man, it's been a long time coming. Champions now, 2026, well, 25-26 season champions, Arsenal. And yeah, man, I just want to do a bit of a trending video that's been going around. People are doing start, bench, sell. So we're going to go through the whole Arsenal squad. I'm on the Arsenal website right here. Got the squad in front of me. So let's get into it. First up, we have our number one, Mr. David Raya. I don't think anything really needs to be said about David Raya. Golden Glove winner once again. Premier League champion. Best keeper in the league currently. I can't name another keeper. Some might say Donnarumma at Man City, but David Raya is much better with his feet for me. Younger, well, I think he's 30 now. 1995, so yeah, he's 30 years old. Yeah, top keeper. He's a senior now. Unbelievable with his feet. Unbelievable shot stopper. Distribution. Good at passing out from the back. 100% starting David Raya. He's in our starting 11. Next goalkeeper in our squad, Kepa Arrizabalaga. Came in from Bournemouth after a really good season. It was good for us. Some people say he let us down in the cups, in the domestic cups. He kind of did, but overall he wasn't bad at all for us. I mean, if he's happy to stay on as second choice, I don't really see the reason to replace him. David Raya is our first choice. Do we need a better keeper for our domestic cup? Are we going to get a better keeper than Kepa Arrizabalaga? I wouldn't necessarily say we are. So I would be happy enough to keep him on the bench, but some people say we need a solid keeper to secure all these cups, because obviously next season Man City are going hard again with their new manager Maresca. Obviously Pep Guardiola's gone now. They've got a point to prove. Man United are going to be good next season. Chelsea have got Xabi Alonso in charge now, so they're going to be good. So every competition is going to be fierce. I'll go sell. You know what? I'll sell Kepa. Probably needs first team football now. He's probably happy to do a season on the bench as backup at Arsenal. He's won the Premier League. Slightly let us down in the cups, but I wouldn't say it was all his fault. So yeah, let's go sell. Kepa Arrizabalaga, he's the first on the sell list. Tommy Setford, young keeper, England international, even though he was born in the Netherlands. Young keeper, 20 years old. Massive potential. Got him from Ajax in the 24-25 season. Yeah, I'll say keep him on. Maybe you could replace Kepa as a second choice. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen much of him, to be fair. Seems like a good prospect, so obviously keep on the bench. All right, let's get on to the defenders. William Saliba, I mean, what else can you say about this guy? Top quality defender. Calm, composed, strong, athletic. He went off the boil a little bit this season. He kept losing the ball at times, trying to pass out from the back, and he was He seemed like he was a little bit off the boil. Wasn't as quick and sharp as we would have liked, but solid. One of the best defenders, centre-backs in the world. 100% start, William Saliba. Gabriel Magalhaes, obviously nothing needs to be said about him. He's the giant, he's the tank at the back. He's had a bit of a dodgy time in the World Cup at the moment, conceding that goal. Him and Marquinhos kind of messed it up together, but yeah, Gabriel, for us, he's a soldier, he's a tank. You know, and what more can you ask from a centre-back? His passing, his distribution has got a lot better. He used to have a few lapses in maybe technical ability in terms of his passing out from the back. He's getting better at opening his body up now. He used to be because he's left-footed, he used to favour just going onto his left and passing to the right. He's now opening his body up more and passing out to the wide areas. So I think he's come on a lot, and yeah, him and Saliba are probably the best two centre-backs in the Premier League, if we're talking partnerships, if not Europe. Obviously, you've got Marquinhos at PSG, but better than William, Saliba and Gabriel? No, I don't think so. So, yep, definitely starting Gabriel for the new season. Christian Mosquera, top quality. He was unlucky in the Champions League final. He's doing really, really well against Cavascalia. Better than Ben White would have done, in my opinion. Maybe not as good as Timber would have done in the attacking sense, but defensively he was really good until he got a yellow card, and then we had to sub him off for Timber. But yeah, top quality. Christian Mosquera, we're lucky to have him. He's a great signing. Can fill in at centre-back, can fill in at full-back. Strong, tall, athletic, good passing, good technical ability. Doesn't panic in tight situations. Yeah, Christian Mosquera definitely on the bench. Happy to have him there. Like, top quality. He could start for any top 4 club in the Premier League, in my opinion. But yeah, okay. Next we have Ben White. Benny Blanco. Ben White. He's coming up to 30 years old in 2027. He's been with us since 2021, signed him from Brighton. Good signing, solid signing. Obviously, we signed him as a centre-back. He's come on leaps and bounds as a full-back. I'd say a season or two ago, his link-up play with Saka was exceptional, you know. Like, amazing. Like, that was really getting him into the team. The way he was linking up with Saka, he was overlapping, he was providing the support. When Saka, tried to go against his full-back, can't get there, Ben White's always there for the pass, to recycle the ball, to start again in the attack. So he was top, but I think there's too much competition ahead of him now. If you mention the next man we're going to talk about, Jurriën Timber and Christian Mosquera, arguably both better at him as a defensive right-back. He's currently third choice right-back for me, for Arteta as well, I think. So, unfortunately, he's been there since 2021, I believe. 2021, yeah, 5 years at the club. July 2021, we signed him. I think probably time for Ben White to go, in my humble opinion. Move on before you're 30, you're at 29, get yourself into a club that will play you every week, whether that's at right back, whether that's at centre back. You still got the talent, you still got the expertise. You've been hampered by a lot of injuries. Hopefully you're over that now. You picked up another little injury towards the end of the season with us as well. So yeah, time for Ben White to go. Thank you, amazing service. But yeah, well done. Job complete, man. You came in 2021, you won the Premier League in 2026. Job complete. Big up Ben White. Next man, who I just mentioned, Jurriën Timber. Timber for me, top quality. Best right back in the league, in my opinion. Strong, fast, can tackle, can pass. His attacking play is improving on the right. That was why Ben White kind of had the edge on him for a while. Timber's link-up play with Saka arguably wasn't as good as Ben White's. He was a bit more reserved. He didn't overlap as much. He didn't bomb on and provide the overloads down the right wing as much. But he's got a lot better than that now. And for me, his defensive capability, his pace, his power, his strength, technical passing is good. So yeah, for me, Timber is our number one right back, and he would be a starter. For me, he would be a starting right back for any top 10 Premier League team, in my opinion. Next, we have Piero Hincapié. Once again, another centre-back / full-back. He's been really good for us at left-back. Like Mosquera, to have someone of his talent on the bench, signed from Bayer Leverkusen after a league-winning season, on a season-long loan. I'm guessing they're going to extend his contract if they haven't done already. I think I saw a video about extending a load of players' contracts. I believe we will be keeping him on. 23-year-old defender. Won the Bundesliga with Leverkusen. Ecuadorian international, versatile defender, strong, powerful, can run, can cross, can shoot now and then. Definitely an upgrade on what we had before in the left-back cover in Tomiyasu. Although I still like Tomiyasu. I believe he's without a contract at the moment. I think any Premier League club with any kind of knowledge about is not going to snap up Takahiro Tomiyasu quickly. If they're not thinking about that, then they definitely should, because Tomiyasu's top quality Premier League level centre-back / left-back, right-back. Anyway, it's about Hincapié. Yeah, Hincapié, top player, young, strong, athletic, fast, can tackle, out-muscles people. He's got that bit of South American aggressivity about him as well. So, yeah, Hincapié, 100% is staying at the club. Is he our starting left-back? Does he start or do we bench? So we've got Saliba start, Mosquera bench, Ben White sell, Timber start, Gabriel start, then Hincapié or Calafiori at left back. I think it's a battle between Hincapié and Calafiori. I'll keep Hincapié as bench for now, just because he's slightly younger than Calafiori, and Calafiori's been really good for us. But yeah, let's move on to Calafiori, top player as well. Like the rest of the players above, now Premier League champion, 2025-2026 Premier League champion, champions of England. We know who we are. Anyway, yeah, once again, young talent, 25 years old, guys in the prime of his life. To get so many, like, this is where Arsenal really outdone themselves, to get so many top class, top quality players in the prime of their career. We're talking 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, prime of their career. We're not signing not washed up, but players who are over 29 anymore, who have just about got a year or two left at the top level. We're not signing the youngsters who are going to be good in 2 or 3 years. We're signing prime players, and you know, we've bore the fruits of that. We've won the Premier League, made the Champions League final, you know, FA Cup win in 2019 as well. But you know, in this real prime era of Arsenal now, we're really seeing great things. So yeah, Calafiori, another top class player, good technical ability, good strength, good positional awareness, gets forward, scores a couple goals in the season, get you 2 or 3 goals as well over the season. For me, I'll start him. He's had his injury problems, but that's the only thing about Calafiori. He's constantly out for a few weeks with a little injury, which is why it's so good that we have Hincapié there. But yeah, Calafiori, I would start him at left back for me, just over Hincapié, but it's really close. It could be either or, to be fair. Miles Lewis-Skelly, they've got him in the defenders list, but towards the end of the season, he's coming to his own in the defensive midfield role. Top. He started off really well at left back for us. Then we brought him in at left back a few times, and he got caught out. You could see he is a midfielder trying to adapt to a fullback role when he does play left back. You can see he often overruns the ball, or he thinks he's got more time on it than he does, because obviously in the centre midfield role, which he's been at since youth level, under 15s, under 18s, under 21s, 23s, reserves, senior level, he's played in the defensive midfield role. That is his role. He's a box-to-box or defensive midfielder. So when you're playing in the centre of the park, you have a lot more space. You have not a lot more space, but you have time to look up, to check. You have players behind you, you have players in front of you. Your options are more. You can see when he's playing in left back, he's not used to such limited options. So he often overruns the ball thinking he could take an extra touch. He often was losing it. So Arteta kind of took him out of that left back role because he was kind of failing a little bit in mid-season, I'd say. But then towards the end of the season now, apparently Arteta's trained him and got into him. For me, I always knew him as a defensive midfielder, centre mid, 6 or an 8, box-to-box midfielder. I'm not sure. All these people say, oh, Arteta's got him to be this amazing DM. I think that was what his role always was. That's why he even got into the first team in the first place. It's just that he was left-footed, so he could fill in at left-back. Anyway, Miles Lewis-Skelly, top level player, young talent, London-born and bred. For me, I'll take him out of the defensive list here, where Arsenal have got him currently listed in. For me, he is a excellent defensive midfielder, box-to-box midfielder, good energy, good drive. He's confident on the ball. He'll take the ball on. He can even get past a man or two. He's not just side to side, recycle. So yeah, definite bench, quality player, Miles Lewis-Skelly. All right, let's get on to the midfield. Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard, for me, this is a tricky one. I think we do need to sign another centre midfielder. We have a lot of centre midfielders, and Martin Odegaard is our captain. For me, he's been a good captain. When he was first made captain, he got this whole Milky Bar kid. Why is he the captain? Look at our past captains: Tony Adams, Martin Keown, Vieira, Henry. Big 6-foot battlers, strong captains, leading the. This was like 90s, 2000s era, typified captain kind of status, and you have to be a big, powerful, strong, kind of like archetype figure everyone could look to and they follow you, and you're literally dragging them through and saying, come on, I'm the captain, this is how we do it. That's that era right there, 99, 2001. You had to have that bit about you because Premier League was tough. He's a different kind of captain now. He kind of leads by example, but he's kind of, for me, he's successfully kind of, because when he was first made captain, everyone's saying, oh, who's this little guy, Milky Bar kid on loan from Real Madrid, tippy-tappy. For me, he's completely thrown those kind of accusations that were put upon him. He's thrown them all away. He's actually come through as a top class midfielder. The reason why Arteta likes him so much is because this guy gets about. Every time he's on the pitch, even though he is an attacking midfielder or maybe a box-to-box 8, some would say, primarily attacking midfielder, this guy is the first one to close down. He's even closing down before our strikers are closing down, before the attackers. He's leading everyone. He's like this, push up. He's literally leading by example in terms of the high press that we like to use. So now the criticism that's aimed towards him is that attacking wise, he's kind of fallen off. 2 years ago, he was amazing attacking wise. He was getting assists, 1-2 to link up play with Saka and the forwards was amazing. He was getting shots off. Over the last 2 years, his attacking play hasn't been as good. He's hesitating to shoot. It's like whenever the ball's on his weak foot, he doesn't want to shoot. He's taking too many touches. He's always opting for the pass instead of the shot. Sometimes he's moving sideways instead of seeing the through ball. So it's difficult for Odegaard. Odegaard, I would keep him. I think at this point we haven't signed another midfielder yet, so I'd actually start Odegaard. Only because technically his ability in terms of technical ability is top class. He'll take the ball in any position. He'll wriggle out of tight spots. He'll recycle possession well. He won't. He doesn't squander possession like that. Yes, he needs to be more attacking. Yes, he needs to make more of the final ball in the way that Eze does. But in the way that Eze doesn't, his defensive work is so good. He closes down. He's harrying people. He's putting his foot in. He's getting everyone else to push up. So technically and tactically, in terms of Arteta's style, he is a better fit in that midfield starting lineup. So Martin Odegaard starting for me. Christian Norgard came in, did well, didn't do badly at all really. Started off a little bit shaky. Everyone was criticising him. I remember everyone saying, oh, why have you brought this guy in? Waste of money, waste of time. He's not up to it. Look at him, he's not getting the game. Arteta don't even play him. Then the Cups, he was showing up and he was doing his thing. He's recycling the ball well. He weren't losing possession. He was making his tackles. He was covering his places. So for me, Christian Norgard, he's done his job. I don't really see a need for us to keep him because there are rumours that we're going after people like Tonali, Morgan Rogers, people like that. So that's a big upgrade on him, especially if they're going to be on the bench. We don't really have that space for a Norgard, but amazing season with us. Come in, done his job, won the Premier League, and I think we sell him with best wishes. Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino is a funny one. He had a bit of a indifferent season starting in midfield. He wasn't doing what we thought he might. He kind of came in and looked like another Kai Havertz. We bought him for midfield, and he was kind of a bit slow, a bit sloppy. He wasn't closing down. He looked a bit heavy. We moved him up front or just behind the strikers at times, and he looked a lot better. He looked like a totally different player. He looked like a really good attacking midfielder or even a striking option. So Mikel Merino, solid, good player, good technical ability. A little bit slow if we're talking about full-on, high press bombarding Odegaard and Rice type midfield. A little bit lacking in the pace and energy there. You saw it for Spain the other night as well. A little bit lacking in pace and energy, but technically very, very good. Tactically, he knows what Arteta wants, and he can get a goal. He gets a lot of goals for us, important goals, title-winning goals. This man has got for us. So, great squad player. Bench for Mikel Merino for me. Martin Zubimendi. Martin Zubimendi, top player for me. Had a great, I'd say, 3/4 of a season. I think the pace and the fixture pile up, or the amount of fixtures we have in the Premier League and in Europe, or obviously he was playing in Europe before, but Premier League pace and fixture occurrence, I think really got to Martin Zubimendi, obviously combined with FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League games. I think it really took its toll on him. Really good player. Rice was singing his praises when he first got into him. He was saying how, the intelligence of Martin Zubimendi allows him to really go forward and kind of express himself more on the left and help more on the left. He covers the space as well. He does his defensive job very, very well in the sixth position, in the defensive midfield position. Top player. The kind of debates come now at the end of the season where he's kind of dropped off a bit in energy, and young Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's got all the energy in the world, who is a trained, ready defensive midfielder, number 6, box to box even, has stepped in for him and he's done amazingly well. Miles Lewis-Skelly, arguably, some people saying he's done better than Zubimendi because he's kind of got a bit more pace about him, so he can kind of leave a midfielder and open up some gaps and is exposing places. I mean, Zubimendi is top, man. Positionally, he's good. He's a bit like a Perla. He'll get the ball wherever. He'll spray it. He'll never lose it. He's got the incisive pass in him. Top player. Do we start him or do we bench him? If he has a start, if he plays like he did for 3/4 of the season, then you'd have to say start. But now we see Miles Lewis-Skelly. Are we looking for a bit more in the 6? Or do we drop Rice to the 6? And do we maybe start a Tonali or a Rogers in the Rice position? I'd say so far, as of today, 16th of June 2026, while we haven't signed anyone, I'd say Martin Zubimendi is still a starter for us in midfield along with Odegaard. Then now we have the man of the season, the man of the hour, Declan Rice. £100 million bargain, mate. This guy was everywhere, beast. This guy must have like 3 lungs. This guy is up and down. Initially in that advanced left 8, he wasn't as effective as we would have liked. He was trying his best to link up with either Trossard or Martinelli on that side. But as the season went on, he really got into it. He grew into it well. He was linking up well on that side, combative. His set piece delivery is amazing. Anytime the opposition break, he's there. He's like a new Kante or Makaleli. He's just everywhere. He's everywhere on the midfield. This guy's got about 3 or 4 lungs there. I don't know how he's doing it. And they call him the horse at the club. He's just everywhere. He's all over the pitch. Wherever the ball is, you see Declan Rice. He's sweeping up. He's making last-ditch tackles. He's putting his foot in. His technical ability has improved a lot since he got to the club. I think a lot of people said, he's a bit of an overhyped kind of defensive mid recycling merchant, but he's come on leaps and bounds from that. He's not just a defensive midfielder anymore. He can do the defensive side of the game. He can go box to box. As I said before, set piece deliveries, goals. He's arguably the captain on the pitch, even though Odegaard does have the armband. But yeah, Declan Rice, I mean, player of the season. No more needs to be said about him starting for us. All right, on to the forwards. Bukayo Saka, star boy, had not a great season by his standards. Still, very, very good season. It's been a long time coming. This guy has worked his socks off for us since Unai Emery was here and he was brought in. This guy's been amazing, clutch player. Even when he's quiet in games, he pops up with a goal. He pops up with an assist. Defenders are still scared of him. You know, he's on that right wing. More time, I'd say 70% of the time, he cuts in on his left and he tries to link up with the forwards or with Odegaard or with the midfield, and he creates something. He drags, defenses out of positions, and he can even go on the outside and put a cross in. I think that's one of our weaknesses at Arsenal. Both our wingers, or both our wide strikers, we should call them. They're not really wingers; they're wide strikers. A bit like Salah's not really a winger; he's a wide striker. We'll call them wingers just for the sake of it. Both our wingers are inverted, so we have a right-footed player on the left and a left-footed player on the right. So their weakest final product is going down the outside and crossing the ball in, which is not always good when you have Kai Havertz and Victor Gyökeres up front, or either one of them up front, because they thrive off crosses and balls into the box. But Bukayo Saka, that's a problem for Arteta to figure out, how we can be more effective in attack. But yeah, Bukayo Saka, top class, clutch player, goals, assists, frightening defensives. He's skinning people. He's going outside. He's going inside. He's combining. He's linking up 1-2. So top class starter for us, Bukayo Saka. Gabriel Jesus was part of that initial crop of players that came in under Arteta, improved us a lot. We're talking about the Zinchenko, the Jesuses. They were part of that transition to a new era under Arteta. We had players like Aubameyang, Lacazette, Kolasinac, Ozil. They came in amongst that crop and they improved the squad massively. They were the energy, the pace, the closing down. It was like you could see Arteta's brand of football inserted into that team, and they were kind of trying to drag the rest of the team along to do that high press, high intensity, off the ball. When we lose it, we were trying to win it back under a minute, even less, 30 seconds really. So yeah, massive role Gabriel Jesus played at the club. But like Zinchenko, who also came in at that time, I think it is time for Gabriel Jesus to go. You met your goal, but injuries have hampered him. Always injured. Hardly plays. I'm not sure how many games a season he plays for us, but he's had a lot of injuries. 3 goals for the season. Yeah, time to go, unfortunately. Top player, has been good for us, but his finishing's not been up to it lately. He hasn't got as much pace. His closing down isn't quite there. He's getting older. I think he's nearly 30 next year. So yeah, thank you, Gabriel Jesus, for your service. Paid you a nice wage. Yeah, time to go, man. It's going to be a sell for Gabby Jesus. Eberechi Eze. This is a tough one. A lot of people want to see Eze starting ahead of Odegaard. For me, I'm not on that train completely. Eberechi Eze, top player. I'm glad we got him. He's been crucial for our Premier League win. Unlucky in the Champions League final, missing the penalty. Hope he does well for England. Top player, been good for us. For me, he's not currently a starter, only because, or he could start some games. But say our first game of the season is against a top 5 team. I'm not starting Eze in midfield. Only because I feel he still has a defensive side of the game to work on. He's a bit lackadaisical when it comes to defensive works. It reminds me a lot of Mesut Ozil. He's there in his defensive positions, but it's a bit like showing like if you ever played football and you know you're not one of the fittest players on the pitch, but you still got to do your defensive work, you might just jockey in that position. So what I'm trying to say is he'll appear to be in his defensive position, doing what he's supposed to do. Like he's there, he's showing that, I've got the lungs, I've got the energy, I've got the stamina to do my defensive role. But he's not doing it like an Odegaard would. He's there, he's jockeying his position. He's being that barrier, that zonal, he's marking his zone between attack and midfield, that he's supposed to, but he's not harrying, he's not putting his foot in, he's not closing down how a Rice is, how an Odegaard is, even how a Zubimendi is. I feel that to really hit that top level, he's really got to get that into his game. He's had a lot of clutch moments for us, hat-trick against Tottenham, a lot of important goals for us this season. He's been a top player. Winning goals against Palace. Yeah, man, top player. 27 years old. I think he's still got a lot to offer. He's still got 3 good prime years, I believe, for Arsenal. So yeah, top player, really good attacking wise. I think he's done well for us. He's done his job. One thing he does offer over Odegaard, he's able to drop the shoulder and make that. I love when he drops the shoulder when the ball comes into midfield. Often the problem we had with Odegaard, he puts his foot on it and he goes back or sideways too often, or he tries to get the ball into the comfort zone and then work from there. Premier League football, you can't always take your ball into the comfort zone and then work. You got to drop your shoulder, put the ball into the danger zone, and then work from there. That's what the top midfielders do. That's what the Mesut Ozils do. That's what the Toni Krooses do. That's what the Pirlos do. The Kakas, the list goes on. The Lampards, the Gerrards, the Vieiras. You drop the shoulder and you put the ball into the attacking danger zone of the midfield. You can't just get the ball and come back, or get the ball, shield it, and just knock it off. You have to enter the danger zone where the defending team, the defending midfielders are now compromised. They're having to run back, or they're having to trap back, or they're out of position, or a defender's having to come out of position to cover the midfielder that you've just gone past. This is what good attacking midfielders do. The Kevin De Bruyne's, etc. They compromise the shape of the opposition. This is the crucial thing that Eze is good at. He drops the shoulder and he's through. Sometimes he loses it, but that's fine. We expect that. You're an attacking midfielder. You're not a defensive midfielder. You're not a 6. You're not an 8. You're not box to box. You're a number 10 essentially. He's got the 10 shirt. You're a number 10. This is what we want to see more from Odegaard. You want to see him as that number 10. You lose it, bro. You're the last piece of the puzzle before the attack, man. You're supposed to be that Ozil. You're supposed to be threading the through balls through. You're supposed to be doing the incisive 1-2s. You're supposed to be knocking it in to the crucial area. You're supposed to be making the defensive team commit themselves. This is what we love to see from Eze. He drops the shoulder, he gets in positions, he's trying to thread through balls through. He's got a lot of good assists, through balls over the top, crosses. I think in his debut he crossed the ball, got an assist for Gyökeres. So yeah, man, Eberechi as a top player, good attacking abilities, needs to do more in the defense department. He might not have the stamina to do that, which is why he kind of looks like he's lacking in the defensive side. Maybe his stamina isn't top in terms of being able to commit yourself defensively and then have the energy to go and be effective in the attacking phase. So that's understandable. That's something he'll have to work on. That's something Arteta will have to work on. But yeah, currently he's a bench player for me. Eberechi Eze, bench/starter. Him and Odegaard kind of rotating. But as I say, if our first game of the season is against a top 6 Premier League team, then I'm starting Odegaard currently over Eze. Gabriel Martinelli. This is a tough one. Gabriel Martinelli. Poor season for me. He's come in flits and spurts. Him and Trossard kind of rotating the position. Top player when he's at his best. Got pace, electrifying pace. The thing with the Arteta system, which he's been suffering with in the last 2 or 3 seasons, I would say, is that our left back usually inverts into midfield to kind of create an overload in midfield and try and commit midfielders, which then commits defenders, which then opens up space. This is a tactic of Arteta that I'm not a fan of, overloading the left back into midfield. Why? Because we have good we have good technical 6s and 8s in Rice and Zubimendi, who when they get it and they look to make a forward ball, they're feeding the wingers well. So on the right side, Saka's getting the ball. He's got an Odegaard option. He's got a Timber option. He's got even a Gyökeres or Havertz option if they drop a bit lower. He's got options. He's got link up. Same for Madueke on that side. They've got options. They've got link up. You're giving the ball on the left now to a Martinelli. He's by himself. You're thinking, where's the left back? The left back's on the edge of the D, or he's in the midfield. So I'm not totally blaming Martinelli, but then you look at Trossard's output and it's a lot better than Martinelli. Martinelli seems to run down a lot of blind alleys, but I'm not blaming him fully because he doesn't have the options. It's either run down the blind alley or go back to like Gabriel at centre back because the left back's in a random position. So Martinelli, it's a hard one. If we can get in like a decent winger, like a Leao or a Senegal winger, Jiao, if we can get in a decent left winger, then I'd say sell. If not, I would say bench him. But for me, Martinelli's been at the club a long time. You've achieved a big goal. For me, I think he might even be better as a centre forward now. Just use your pace and your shooting ability, your finishing on the last man, get in there, boom, pace gone. Because there's such a lack of pace in football these days with attackers. They're all kind of slow now. Not slow, but there's no one with blistering speed. There's no Gareth Bales. There's not even like a Theo Walcott or an Aaron Lennon or like a Cristiano Ronaldo type pace or like a Raul type pace where he's on your shoulder, boom, he's gone, bang, goal. There's not that pacey, snappy centre forward. So I think even Martinelli could even etch out a career as a good pacey centre forward. So unfortunately, I'm going to say big up Martinelli, but it's a sell for me. He's had a good time at Arsenal, but yeah, sell if a good offer comes in and we can sign someone decent. Victor Gyökeres, man, I'm happy with Victor. I think a lot of us thought Gyökeres would be a lot quicker than he is. Amazing record-breaking season at Sporting before we bought him. He broke the European record for most goals. He's come to Arsenal. He's done his thing. People criticising him. He's come out with 21 goals in all competitions. That's nothing to sneeze at. Very good return. But his pace is not the best. When he's away from a defender, he can turn the burners on a bit, but he's a heavy set guy. He's not a slight pacey guy. He's got that kind of heavy set kind of frame. He uses his body well, backs into defenders, holds up the ball, knocks it off, and then he gets on the shoulder, but he hasn't got that blistering pace like a Martinelli pace or like a Yamal pace or a Mbappe pace. He's like a mid-range Harry Kane type of pace. So top player, good, bench or start. I think currently we don't have any other strikers except for Kai Havertz. I'd say start for me. Yeah, start Gyökeres. I like what Gyökeres does. Good all-out centre forward. Get the ball to him. Boom. I think Arteta still has to adapt our formation for him a bit more. I think the wingers need to do a lot more in terms of delivering the ball into the box. He's not really a drop-off and link-up man. He's more of a centre-forward, boom, winger, get the ball in, put the cross in, I'm there. We've seen it time and time again, 21 goals this season. They get the ball into dangerous positions, boom, he's there. Get your wingers exposing their fullbacks, cross the ball to him, header, shot, whatever, boom, he's got the finish, he's there. So yeah, for me, Victor Gyökeres is a starter for me. I do prefer him over Kai Havertz at centre-forward, even though Havertz does have his benefits. Leandro Trossard, top season for us, clutch player. He was kind of our Saka. He's kind of taken that clutch kind of role from Saka in the last, I'd say, quarter of the season, half of the season even. Very important goals for us, technically very good. Bit bit like Eze, his defensive work does lack at times. He doesn't always have the energy and the pace to get back and do the defensive closing. But who does these days? You know, you got to in the era of football when I was a kid, you didn't have your centre forwards having to kind of kill themselves. Obviously, you defend from always defend from the front. That was always a thing in football. But to the point where they're harrying every minute, no rest, no time to just take a stroll, get your lung capacity back for a big sprint, so you can get on the end of a through ball or a cross. There's not really that in football anymore. So I think certain players like Trossard, Eze's, they're the late 20s, so they're more of that old school mold where you still get a bit more rest time between attack and defense. But yeah, good clutch player, technically good. Could always scores many goals for us. Don't know if the Arsenal website's got his goal scoring record for the season. Okay, 6 goals for the season. Is that Premier League or is that all competition? 1 left foot goal, 5 right foot goals. A guy could finish with either foot. Good, 2 goals from outside the box. Good player. He's come in, one of the best January signings, I think, in history of Premier League. But yeah, top quality, top level player. He's doing well for Belgium in the World Cup as well. Actually, in the midfield for Belgium, he was looking good. He kind of wasn't on the wing as we see him so much. He was kind of alongside De Bruyne at times for Belgium in their game, and he was looking very good. So yeah, for me, Trossard. Well, I've said to sell Martinelli, so I guess I would have to start Trossard. So yeah, Trossard for me, ideally he'd be a bench player, and we get like another left winger in, like a Leao or Harvey Barnes. I would love to see at Arsenal. There's a few wingers available that I think would be great at Arsenal. But yeah, Harvey Barnes would be amazing at Arsenal, I think. So yeah, Leandro Trossard for now, I guess he's a starter alongside Gyökeres, unless we sign another left winger. But yeah, definitely a bench player if we get someone else in. But for now, he's a starter. Noni Madueke, top season he's had. First season with the Gunners. He's won the Premier League. He's been excellent cover for Saka. Came in, he was really good. People underestimated him. Everyone had to apologise and take back their words. I've been really impressed with Noni Madueke. Yeah, top level player. Towards the last quarter of the season as well, he really came in clutch. He's deputised for Saka really well. We haven't seemed to lack any creativity down that side. Yes, his finishing isn't always at the level it should be. He could get better at finishing. His player take-ons are amazing though. I think he's probably, in the last maybe 2 or 3 seasons, I think he's been the best take-on winger we've had outside of Saka. He takes on his man every time. He can go outside, he can go inside. His right-footed crossing isn't as good, even though he does beat a man on the outside. His end product isn't great. That's why he cuts onto the left a lot. Saka also does this, but Saka has a better weak foot end product. Madueke's his right foot end product needs to improve, but very good player, very good deputiser for Bukayo. So yeah, Madueke 100% stays and keeps his place on the bench. Kai Havertz. Similar to Marino, kind of failed in the midfield position. We thought he would come in and be that left-sided midfielder to help Martinelli on the wing. Didn't work out. He was a bit slow. He was losing the ball. And we put him up front and he turned into a bit of a beast, scoring goals. He was a clutch player. Obviously, he was injured for a lot of this season, but he's coming towards the end of the season. He's been clutch for us. Scored 2 goals, scored in the Champions League final. He can deputise in midfield if we really need it, if everyone else is out. And yeah, he's a good option up front. Bit different to Victor Gyökeres. Gyökeres is more of a give me the ball in the danger zones, I'm going to score a goal. Kai's more of a don't worry if we're struggling to get forward, I'm going to drop off a bit. I'm going to link up with Bukayo. I'm going to link up with Noni. I'm going to link up with Trossard, Martinelli. I'm going to link up with Odegaard and we're going to work the ball through that way. I'll drop off and I'll still score a banger or 2. I'll get on the end of crosses. I'm good at headering. I'll get you in a fit season. He's getting at least 10 to 15 goals for us. So yeah, man, Kai Havertz definitely keep on the bench. And we've got a loan list. We've got Karl Hein on loan. Where is he on loan at? Werder Bremen on a season-long loan. Karl Hein, I'm not sure. I guess he can. Is he going to come back? Is he going to stay on loan? Is he going to replace Kepa? I'm not sure. We'll see what happens there with Karl Hein. Jakub Kivior, he was on loan. Yeah, he's out on loan currently. Jakub Kivior. I don't think he'll be coming back to the club. We have better replacements now. We have Hincapié, we have Mosquera, top quality prime Calafiore. We've got top quality centre backs now. Kivior is good. I think Premier League team will do well to snap him up, but not quite the level. Maybe not quite the level. Not quite. There's not a place for him at Arsenal. In maybe a different era where we didn't have such a top quality squad in defence, he would definitely have a place, but it's a sell for Kivior. Fabio Vieira, he's been on loan for a while now. That's definitely a sell for me. There was some talk last season of bringing him back when we had some injuries, but that's a sell for me, Fabio Vieira. Ethan Nwaneri, I definitely want to see Nwaneri back at the club. This guy is top quality, man. When we were looking for that kind of impetus in attack, when Odegaard wasn't doing it for us, when he kept going side to side, even though I'm an Odegaard fan and I know his qualities, and if Odegaard can get back that attacking prowess that he had, then he's top for me. He's top 5 midfielders in Europe for me once he gets that attacking prowess back. But yeah, the one area I think he could have done a job for us. Obviously, we bought Eze in the transfer window last season, so that kind of role for Nwaneri to kind of fill in the attacking right midfield role kind of dwindled. He wouldn't have. It was Eze or Odegaard basically. But I think Nwaneri can do a job, man. Top quality attacking midfielder. Good left foot. He's got good technical ability. He cuts in. He can shoot. Yeah, man. Top level player. I want to see him back at Arsenal, doing what he does. Ethan Nwaneri, big up. He's also away with England, where he's one of the standby players. So yeah, man. He's rated across Europe. Reece Nelson, he's been hampered by injuries. He was out on loan at Fulham. Had a promising start, obviously picked up an injury and he's been out. Unfortunately, that's a sell for me. Reece Nelson, I think it's time to sell once he's fit. Yeah, he'll do a good job at a Premier League mid-table Premier League team for me. So yeah, Reece Nelson's a sell. That's it for the start bench sell. Hope you like my choices. As you can see, I'm a big Arsenal fan. Been following them for a long time. Got the 99 shirt there. So yeah, we got the 99 to 2001 away shirt here. It also came in gold, in the gold color as well. Cool. As you can see, I'll show you the back of this shirt. I was really about it. Mark Overmars 11. This guy was on that left wing, killing it for us. In fact, Overmars, you owe my parents 45 quid, mate. I asked for this shirt for my birthday, yeah? Yeah, man, Mark Overmars, you was my player, you was my guy, left wing. I had you on my shirt, yeah? So, let me tell you the story about this, yeah? You owe my parents 45 quid, bro. 45 quid back in the day was peas, you know? I know it don't seem like a lot now. £45 for a kid's shirt back in 99, 2000. In the year 2000, that was a lot of money. So, boom. We went to the shop. It was my birthday, January 2000. Said to my mum, my dad, I want Arsenal's away kit. I want Overmars 11 on the back. Boom. Got it. Gassed. Wearing that shirt everywhere. As you can see, I wore that everywhere. Look, the number's even ripped. It's still got the sweat marks on it that I didn't come out because I played in it so much. See the black marks? This is from year 2000, people. Yeah? Still got the marks on it because I sweated this shirt out. Boom. Get the shirt now. January 2000, gassed. I'm wearing it everywhere. Football training, football, parks, school, out, restaurant, everything. I'm wearing the shirt. July 2000, what happens? Overmars leaves. Signs for Barcelona, 5-year contract. I'm pissed. Can't wear the shirt no more. Can't wear the shirt no more. I'm all trying to put the shirt on, and I'm saying to my parents, I can't even wear this. And they're talking about, why can't you wear it? I said, he's left. He's gone to Barcelona. They're telling me, what, £45 down the drain? No, you better wear that shirt. I had to wear the shirt with a hoodie. It was hot. I was wearing the shirt with a hoodie, bro. Shirt on. You can see the front, obviously, current away shirt. I was hiding that number on the back, man. I was pissed. Pissed. You know how kids are as well. If you wear it and they say, oh, what Overmars, he's gone to Barcelona, talking nonsense. I used to wear the shirt with a hoodie, a zip hoodie. I used to wear a zip hoodie, wear that shirt and put it on so people could only see the front of the shirt. So yeah, man, Mark Overmars, man, you owe my parents £45 still. And that's back in 2000 money, so we're talking like 90 quid now. But yeah, man, people big up. That was my start bench. So that was my start bench. So tune in for more. I've been your boy Dan. Peace.